There comes a point in every man's or woman's life when their greatest enemy is not the world outside, but the war inside his own mind. The endless noise, the replaying of words, of mistakes, of moments long gone. The mind that should be your servant becomes your master, whispering, doubting, worrying, analyzing every detail until peace itself becomes a stranger. Overthinking is a silent thief. It steals your sleep, your joy, your confidence, your time. You sit there replaying the same scenes, rewriting the same story, hoping somehow the ending will change. But it never does. You cannot rewrite yesterday. You can only ruin today by trying. Understand this truth. The mind is a magnificent instrument, but a terrible ruler. When you let it run wild, it will trap you in an endless maze of what-ifs. What if I fail? What if I lose? What if I'm not enough? The what-ifs are chains, invisible but heavy, keeping you from the very life you're meant to live. The greatest tragedies are not the lives that end too soon. They are the lives that never truly begin, because fear held the mind hostage. You cannot think your way to peace. You must choose it. You cannot think your way to courage. You must act your way into it. You were not created to be a prisoner of your own thoughts. The same mind that imagines fear can imagine freedom. The same mind that builds walls can build wings. The power is already in you, but you must take the steering wheel back. Let me tell you something the world rarely will. Thinking too much is not wisdom. It is hesitation disguised as intelligence. There is a point where thought becomes poison, where reflection becomes paralysis, where logic becomes fear wearing a mask of reason. Think long enough to decide, but once you decide, move. The universe does not reward those who wait forever at the crossroads of maybe. It rewards those who take a step, even a trembling one. Action is the antidote to overthinking. You see, clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. The man who walks the path learns more in one day of movement than the man who sits in a room thinking for a year. You cannot steer a ship that never leaves the shore. When your mind starts to spiral, when you feel it building stories, inventing fears, amplifying what could go wrong, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me or is it stealing from me? If it steals your peace, it deserves no attention. Overthinking thrives on one illusion, that you must have everything figured out before you begin. But no one ever did. The successful, the brave, the legendary, they didn't have certainty. They had faith. They trusted that movement would reveal the map. You cannot solve tomorrow's storms with today's thoughts. You can only prepare yourself to stand tall when they come. Let go of the idea that you must control everything. For control is the child of fear, and fear is the enemy of growth. The wisest souls learn to release. They understand that peace is not the absence of thought, but the mastery of it. It's not about silencing your mind, it's about choosing which voice to listen to. The voice of fear will say, wait. The voice of faith will say, go. Choose faith. Choose movement. Choose now. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. You are the captain of this ship called mind, not the waves that crash upon it. When thoughts come that threaten your peace, don't fight them. Watch them. Let them pass. A river does not stop to argue with the stones beneath it. It flows. So must you. The man who overthinks every step will never dance with life. The woman who analyzes every risk will never feel the thrill of success. Stop dissecting every heartbeat, every decision, every opinion. Live, fail, learn, repeat. That is how life was meant to be lived, in motion, not in mental loops. Every time you overthink, you delay your destiny. Every time you doubt, you dim your own light. But every time you trust, even a little, the universe opens a door you couldn't see before. So stop waiting for perfect. It doesn't exist. Stop seeking certainty. It's an illusion. Stop trying to control the wind. Learn to adjust your sails. You are stronger than your thoughts. You are bigger than your fears. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. And that choice must be made now. Not tomorrow, not when it feels right, but now. When your mind begins to race, when you catch yourself drowning in what-ifs, take one deep breath and remind yourself, I am here. I am breathing. I am enough. And I choose peace over panic. I choose progress over perfection. I choose faith over fear. Remember this: greatness is born not in constant thought, but in consistent action. The thinker creates the idea, but the doer changes the world. So stop overthinking and start living. Stop planning the perfect moment. Create it. Stop fearing what could go wrong. Focus on what could go right. Stop waiting for a sign. You are the sign. The time has come to break the chains of your own mind. Step forward, even if your legs shake. Speak, even if your voice trembles. Try, even if you might fail. Because hesitation kills dreams faster than failure ever could. One day when you look back on your life, you will not remember the things you thought about. You will remember the things you did, the moments you were brave, the chances you took, the peace you found when you finally let go. So free your mind, trust the process, and remember, life begins the moment you stop overthinking and start believing you are not meant to live. In your head, you are meant to live in this world. Now, go act, breathe, move. Your destiny is waiting on the other side of that thought.